Hi, I'm Lyra. I'm a board girl. I've got some board games. Let me show you some. So this one is probably my current favourite. It's a very recent development, but it has found a very special place in my heart. It's actually that one right there. So, behold, Everdell. It is, quite frankly, adorable. It's got all these woodland creatures on it. There's a little raccoon right on the front. It's hard not to love it. I'm just gonna let myself nerd out about it because I really love this one. Okay, let's just open the box and I will show you what's inside. This is a 1 to 4 player, so you could play it by yourself if you so please. Beautiful. This is a bit spoilers, but what's really special and kind of unique about this game is it comes with a tree. Not a real tree, it's made of trees. It's quite integral to the game and just the experience. If you do get this game, be very careful with the pieces because embarrassingly, I broke this centerpiece on my first opening. And so now this is just taped together very flimsily, but it still works. So you just have these pieces and you slot them in with great expertise. Voila! The trunk, and that just kind of sits there. Beautiful. And there you have the Everdell tree itself. I think, and I genuinely think, it makes like a big difference to kind of experiencing the gameplay. It's a little bit more immersive, it's very cute, and I don't know, it just makes it a bit more playful and whimsical. And then you have the main board. It's quite a big board, so you want to make sure you have plenty of table or floor space for this. Put you right there at the top of the board, and I think that is so cute. I just really love this like little 3D element to it. For the rest of the setup, you have these pieces. They go in their little respective areas. Next are all the resources, which again, I also find to be a really cute and unique kind of feature. They're all individual pieces. It's a very interactive and detailed kind of board game for that. And I really love that. They also just go in their respective areas. So this is just for the wood. This is for the resin. These are the stone. They're actually so satisfying to touch. And lastly, the berries. Right there. And they're all individually designed and they're all differently textured. There's just like a real element of satisfaction when you play this game. And here you have your characters with which you can choose to play. The squirrel, the turtle, the hedgehog, and probably my personal favourite, the mouse. So for the sake of the setup, you set aside 2 of your chosen pieces and the rest go at this very top platform. That's so cute. They just sit at the top of the tree waiting for your command. It's adorable. I love it so much. Then you have these cards which dictate the kind of actions you can take during your turn, and they go into these spaces. I'm just gonna put down 3. Then you have the special event cards, and then they go on this level of the tree. And last but not least, you have the construction and critter deck, just the main deck of the game. And it goes right there. And there is your meadow. So these are kind of like communal cards. Anybody can play from the meadow. Then you just deal out the rest of the cards to the players, review your hand, and then realize you wish you were playing a real game because this is a pretty good hand. And then, last thing, you slot the rest of the cards into this little bit. That's pretty much your board set up. It's very easy to follow. It's just a lot of different pieces, but nothing too complicated. Now, as for the gameplay itself, the game has 4 phases. You have winter, spring, summer, and autumn, and then the game ends. You begin in winter. You and your 2 little guys, just 2 little dudes. To simplify, it's a points-based game. Whoever has the most at the end wins. You get points by building up your village using your cards, either from your hand or from the meadow, or by placing your workers, these little guys, along any of these spots with the little pools on them. You can also get points where you see these little tokens, and in order to actually construct and place critters in your village, you need these resources. The sun has suddenly arrived. Okay, I really want to show you the art on these cards. Half the time when I'm playing, I'm just looking at the drawings because they're so cute and pretty. Oh, you have this little guy, this little toad. He's so cute. So that's a critter, and then you have places like the general store, which is a construction. Now, as you can see, all of these cards have their own individual functions. They might gain you resources or points or other village-like functions. In terms of the strategy, I think it's very well balanced. There's not that much randomness involved, so it has a lot to do with your strategy and how you play. I think the strategy is very good on it. It depends a lot on the kind of hands you're dealt, but depending on the choices you make, the game can very quickly turn around. It is a competitive game, but like other chill ones, maybe like Wingspan or Ticket to Ride, it depends on how seriously you take it. You can just kind of calmly enjoy doing your own thing. There's not a lot of clashing and not that much attacking you do between fighting each other. It's very peaceful. But anyway, back to the game. You effectively want to build up your village however you want. So you'd spend your first couple of turns gaining some resources, and then once you have enough, you can choose to play your cards in your own village, and slowly over time it'll build up, and you can really strategize about how you want the cards to work together, which I find really fun because every game can be very different that way, even with just the core game. And then as you move through the seasons, you'll have more workers and the turns get longer. The speed picks up pretty quickly, and it's very nice because you can just pace yourself with how you want to play. You can take your time thinking, you can think of the best combinations that you like for your village. I just really like it because you really get to know the game and the way the cards interact. What really kind of scratches an itch for me about this game is how much you can plan ahead before the kind of decisions you want to make. Obviously I'm just playing by myself just to show you how you can move around the board and use it, and also how your village can develop. But as you can see, we have a chapel and a shepherd and a farm and a husband, which I think works pretty well together. But in effect, this is pretty much it. The further you progress, the more you can do, the bigger your village will be, and the more points you'll get. And hopefully you will have the most flourishing, most bustling, most cute little village on the table and win. I've played this so many times already, back to back, days on end, and I'm really not bored of it at all. I'm pretty sure it was only a couple games in when I already started looking for expansions for Everdell. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm very excited to. So to summarize, it's pretty, it's fun, it's chill, it's strategic, and it's just so cute. Like, look at this little dude. I think it's pretty beginner friendly. It has lots of different elements, but they're all individually quite simple. I find that for the most part, the board is pretty self-explanatory, and anything you need, you can find either online or in the rulebook. There's a huge community that I'm very much part of, so you're bound to have a great time with it. Anyway, this is Everdell, one of my favorites. Highly recommend for anybody who loves a cute, chill, and cozy little game for a night in with some friends, some family, and just build some little villages. If I was to put it in a general lyra's ruling lineup, it would definitely be near the top. If it's not in your collection already, you should definitely get it. Anyway, this has been a review from me to you about Everdell, and I really hope that you enjoyed getting to know this game with me. Now, if these silly little woodland creatures have tempted you today, just check the link in the description and grab it for yourself. Okay, that's all from me. Bye!